What you should be doing, Mr. Commissioner, you should look into what went on with the young girl who said that she was beaten at Eaton's bar in Sangre Grande. You should be looking into that. You should be looking into that when she went to Sangre Grande Police Station and they refused to take a report. And she went to Maloney Police Station yesterday, and I met her, and people saying that the girl lied, the girl this, the girl that. I don't believe the girl mad because you know what I realized in this whole thing? That whole clip is off-duty police officers who moonlighting, ex-police officers, people on suspension, and other persons from the regiment and whatnot, just running a little operation, and the normal civilian woman, she's wrong. Because everybody have one story. Sangre Grande refused to take the report from the woman. Yeah, I spoke to her yesterday. Go ahead, before we take that break. Good afternoon. What is your name?
My name is Tia.
Tia?
Tia Riley.
Tia Riley. Tia Riley, who riled you up?
I don't know where it is taking place at that Club Etings now. I really don't know.
The same club?
Yes.
Where the woman was shot by the police officer, but he was charged. So we can't make any comment on that, but it's same Etings
Club, yeah.
Etings Club. I'm just showing you a little video of Etings, but we can't make any connection to the incident with Shelly Ann and the policeman because he was charged today. Go ahead.
So I was at Club Etings on Saturday. And while I'm in there with my sister and my friend, I observed a girl by the name of Shania Roberts, who I knew from seeing her. I don't know her personally. So there was this big exhaust fan would I have in the corner of the door. I observed her turning it back and forth while a youth man standing by the door. However, you couldn't hear anything in the club because of the music and the noise and whatever, but you could see his facial expression and hand movement saying, why is it turning the fan in my face or whatever the case may be. However, I stepped outside because the fog tended to raise my sinus. So I ended up taking a little time outside. While coming back in, I observed her brother was by the door by the name of Keith Beckles.
Right. It's probably Keith Beckles.
Keith Beckles, both of them are...
Not our Keith Beckles, the lawyer.
No.
Oh, okay.
Keith Beckles is a soldier.
Okay,
as well as
it's a very prominent attorney.
As well as his sister. And when I opened back the door to go back inside, I asked him, I said, excuse me, please. But while saying that, I hear her saying to the background to a group of girls, all they had the fan all the time, That's what she was saying.
So the fan is a turnstile or something?
It looks so, but I was no part of that. I was no part of any fan incident. Right? And after that being said, she put her hand in my face, and I explained to her, I said, do not put your hand in my face.
Did she identify herself?
She did not identify herself. She was
Have you ever seen this woman before?
Yes, I know her.
What is her position? What is her occupation?
I don't know her. I don't know no occupation. All I know, she brother them just get her in the army service.
Oh, she's an army?
Yes.
Okay. You're attached to the regiment?
Yes.
That to the regiment?
Yes.
All right. Okay, a woman officer attached to the Trinidad Tobago regiment. Go ahead.
As well as her brother.
Her brother is a
regiment as well.
Regimental officer.
He is the driver for one of the lieutenants in the service.
Okay.
Yes. Right.
And what they proceeded to do to you?
When I told her don't put her hand in my face, he decided to grab me by my jersey and started hitting me in the club inside.
In front of everybody?
In front of everybody.
And bars you up so?
Yes, I was out of my slippers at Club Etings. And after that being said, I saw Officer Mackay Joseph, PC Officer Mackay Joseph. He's on suspension right now. He walked into the club and took me from the fella, which is Keith Beckles, who was hitting me, and he dragged me out of his line.
So
out of Club Etings.
He working in, he moonlighting there?
Yes.
Now I'm glad I'm happy because why I picked it up, I realized the back of me here is Maloney Police Station.
Yes.
So who you spoke to officers there?
I come to make a complaint and police complaints.
Police complaints?
Yes. Behind my foot you will see this mark here after dragging me out of Club Etings. He made the door slice my foot. I asked him, I said, let go my please. He did not. He did not.
That's really
He did not. Something needs to be done there. When I walked outside, after everything, and all the fighting and the quarreling, Shania Roberts, which is the same officer, the girl, she pulled out a firearm for me.
She had a firearm?
She said, Mr. You know what you're doing, and I'm a gun on me, and she pulled it out. And I was in total shock. Because Mr. Alleyne, this girl and I don't have anything. We did not fight, so why would your brother rest his hands on me? We
So
did not have an
she have
altercation.
firearm on her?
Yes. And I asked him, I said, so how come she have a firearm on she and by the door it have security that checking us?
Yeah.
I being real. You and I never fought, so why your brother grabbed me by my clothes to
And
me?
embarrassing. That's very embarrassing in front of your friends and them.
Yes, in front of my sister, in front of my
And
friends.
how old are you?
I am 28 years of age. I have 3 kids, and I don't intend to take that disrespect from no officer
You're right.
out
No,
there.
you're right. You're right.
I
you're
do
right.
not.
And I really hope that this matter is not covered up. So when she pulled the firearm,
She pulled the firearm. It's had a fella there with her. I do not know him. I never seen him before. He walked off with her.
Yeah.
And I didn't see she after that. However, plenty jeeps ended up coming. Police was there. They didn't ask him anything. They didn't ask the guy anything, Mackay.
Yeah.
They didn't ask him anything, but they were questioning me. So I asked the officers, I said, so why are not even asking him why does he do
After
it?
you sustain this kind of injury,
After I sustained the injuries,
turn around.
this is to my leg here. This is to my leg here. I got 1 tetanus injection last night at the hospital for that injury.
Okay.
Right? After all that is being said and done, I went to the Sangre Grande Police Station. Within that time frame, they said they wouldn't be able to take no reports on Mackay Joseph. I would have to deal with that at the Maloney Station. I have no idea why. Grande Police Station.
And they say Mackay Joseph. No, Mackay Joseph is attached to the
Sangre Grande Police Station.
No, Mackay Joseph is a police or
He's a police. He's on suspension.
He's on suspension.
Yes, he was one of the 7 officers that was suspended for taking money under law and business orders and stuff like that. Right?
But he's on suspension.
He's on suspension.
So when they went to Grande, they say they can't take that report.
They say they cannot take the report on Mackay Joseph, neither the 2 officers.
The 2 regimental
soldiers officers, they can't take no report on them.
Wow, unbelievable, yeah, unbelievable.
I contacted my cousin who was an inspector for stations, and she said they have to take my report.
They have to take your report.
When I told them that, they still denied in taking the report. They didn't want to give me any paper to do any medical. They say I will have to sort it out down at Maloney.
Wow, unbelievable. You see how the rankers out here? You see how the rankers? You see, before now, let's stay right here. You see how normal people, what they go through, what normal people go through. When they might know somebody, and because somebody in a position, they might be have a senior post in the army, in the police, but they take advantage of our people. And this is just another incident that Club Etings again. And the girl getting Jedi scrape on by it.
All over.
Huh?
He wouldn't Lego me. He would not Lego me. When I asked him to show the footage, he said the camera is not working.
Oh, they always say that. They always say that inside here. Footage can never be working in here. Who offered to pay you?
He, $100. I told him, I said, no, you keep your money. Yes.
Who offered you to pay that?
Mackay Joseph.
$100? $100.
I don't know what it is eating, guys. But I am not one of them. I'm not taking that disrespect from no officer out there.
I really want to know what the police in the back of me and Maloney Police Station complaints. That's complaints, right?
Yes.
And they took the names and everything that you're telling me. You told them inside here.
I told them it. They and all said they cannot deal with the 2 officers from the army.
Right.
They say I will have to go down Port Spain for that. I said, okay, no problem.
I think by the parliament or somebody.
Yes.
Yeah, well, they need to go here today and let them know. And we're going to put it up on television. Wow, army official pulling gun, boy. Normal. In front of everybody.
In front of everybody. She let me know, she said, I have my firearm on me. Go play mad, and she pulled it out her bag. That's what she told me. I was in total shock as a girl. I just go there.
You really don't want to treat your client?
Yes, I don't scandalize myself. So it was not appropriate for that officer to do me that. It was not appropriate at all. I was embarrassed. I was assaulted. It wasn't even my boyfriend to say, well, yeah, was an officer who I didn't even know. I wasn't in nothing with this officer. I don't know why does he put his hands on me.
Because you already had your thing inside with the regiment boy and his sister.
No, I had nothing with them.
No, I mean,
all because I asked.
Yeah,
all I asked was excuse.
Yeah.
That is what tripped her off. Like she was already in something already, so that like she just trip off and say, you take your time. Now she tell me, you take your time. I say, what do you mean I take my time? I say, I have nothing with all I want to pass. And then when she brother grabbed me, when she put she hand in my face.
Thank you.
Right, and she put she hand in my face and I tell her, say, take your hands out of my face. And she brother decided to grab me and ramble me inside the club. When the officer came, he took me, dragged me by my top. His hand was all in my breast. Right, all in my breast his hand was. Because I had on a onesie top. And he pulled me outside the things. No matter how I beg him, I said, let go, my officer. I didn't do anything. He didn't ask any questions. This is why I get on my foot after he dragged me out of Etings Club on Saturday. All them scrapes on them. Everything
Watch
from
blue,
Saturday
black
night.
mark, watch your girl
That
hand,
is
watch.
what it is you do.
Blue black mark all on the girl hand. She don't deserve justice. But like what the commissioner of police had to say. And well, the army seems to, the army has a policy that their soldiers can do what they want out here. They can beat people in traffic. They could cuff them up. They could pull gun for them, and the army don't say anything. But this is a very serious thing. This is a very serious thing. Nobody should be free. No person should face that kind of embarrassment and humiliation in front of people. You know, it's like somebody to beat you up in front of everybody in that club, and you dress up with your nice outfit, and then you go out with your friends and them. And because somebody attached to the regiment, they pull the gun, they beat you. Then a man who is not a police officer who wants suspension drag you out, hit you some hard lash, and then offer you $100 until I go up the road. And when you go to Grande, they say they can't take that information. What's that? Guevara, I'm asking you in a very nice way. Could you pick up this matter, please? She made a complaint to police complaint. This is
Maloney
Station. Police complaints here. What is your full name?
My name is Tia Riley.
What day this happened?
Saturday, the 5th of June.
Who you spoke to there?
I spoke to push back.
Yeah.
I spoke to Sergeant. I forget his name. Sergeant. I remember his name.
Okay, but you spoke to the sergeant there.
The sergeant at the station. Yes.
At the station.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna keep you posted, and I'm happy I met you, ma'am.
No problem.
Okay,
Thank
you're surprised
you.
I come down to meet you.
I am surprised because I was messaging you all the time.
Yeah, there's plenty here.
Yes, there's plenty.
So then you spoke to one of the operators.
Yeah, I spoke to her and
Yeah.
I told her, I said, tell Mr. I.A.N and get in contact with me. Something has to be
Yeah,
done
then
with
she
this
told me
eating
that
stuff.
because I was down in High Saguanapo, there was a murder there.
Oh,
so
okay.
on my way up, she sent the information to me and said, let me come and meet you.
Yes,
But we're gonna
one
make sure
time.
something comes out of this.
Okay, no
And
problem.
keep you posted, right?
Thanks very
Thank you,
much.
ma'am. Thank you.
All right, take